Well, in disaster, really annoyed, made a bit of it. Well, I didn't really make a mistake, but this weekend coming is the Futurity race, and the only bird that hasn't come back is an NRCC Futurity bird. All of the others made it back except for that one. Oh, I'm so annoyed, and every time a bird flies over now, I'm like, oh, there it is. So for the Ashby Gold Ring race from Berwick, they've decided to basket today, Thursday, for a race on Friday because of the weather at this weekend. Downside of that is they're now requesting that you verify your first bird back within the hour. I'm working Friday, so I'm not sure how I'm going to manage that. We've got 4 birds from 10. Although we started with 10 entries, we've since lost 6. Birds of note are a cockbird from the NRCC Perth section topper I got from John Lenson, a red check Marley cross Bricku from Noel Callaghan, and this checker cock that I bred from Charlie's Angel 1983. And as I look him over, I notice some dried blood on his wing. I couldn't see an injury, so I spent some time pondering whether I should send him. Oh, it's beautiful, Rufus. This year, the old bird racing season went fairly well. We had a team made up of 2-year-olds and yearlings, and we managed to win some races and earn some prize money. It all helps with the corn mill after all. Today we're racing the Ashby Gold Ring race from Berwick, 180 miles or so to the north, and this is a race we have some history in. So the 4 Gold Ring race birds have been liberated at 10:15, no wind up at Berwick. It's very, very still. I thought there was going to be some southwesterly, so it might pick up a little bit. That was 10 minutes ago. So I'm going to go into work now for a couple of hours. I've got everything set up, and then I'll come back and hopefully see the birds in, because you've got to verify them by a phone call within an hour of them arriving, which if you work, it's pretty difficult to do. But luckily I'm only down the road, so I'll just have to keep coming back and try and see them in. And these guys are going to Darlington tomorrow. It's now 2 minutes past 1. I've just cycled like a warrior back from work to see if any birds have arrived. The answer is no. We're not expecting them back yet anyway. We reckon 15:15. If this was a federation race, plenty of birds, then I'd be looking at 15:15 onwards. Probably realistically going to be 2 o'clock onwards. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the camera up there this time, because last time I had it, excuse my yogurt pot, last time I had it up there and I think it spooked the birds. So I'm going to put it on there. I'll hopefully see them come in. I'm not going to get the rest of the cameras out because there's only 4 birds to come, and they could be today or tomorrow. These longer distance races, and they've only been as far as Hexham, and it's 180 something miles today, so good trek for them with the few feathers that they have left. I should have had lights put in the loft, and I didn't. Did it in that loft for breeding, but I didn't do it in this one, and I could have just tricked them into keeping their feathers a little bit longer. But with how cold it's been, we had a frost last night, I don't know how much you can trick them. Oh, there's some over there. Anyway, this camera won't pick them up. Anyway, let's see how much longer we have to wait. This is the thing with pigeon racing on a Friday. Usually on a weekend, you look at the distance, the condition of the birds, the wind direction, and where the majority of the birds will be heading, and try to come up with an estimated time of arrival based on that. But it's not super important because you can wait around anyway. It is the weekend after all. Today though, I'm restless because I need to get back to work, and there's money on the line, so the birds can't come soon enough, so I have to wait. Then I decide to nip inside to get the camera after all, which is obviously when the first one flies through the top of the screen here.
The little muted celebration and fist pump was because that bird, the one I thought about not sending the previous day, raced what I thought was a decent time.
So that's all four back in within half an hour. Last one just arrived a second ago, so we've got all four. I think it was the first one was the offspring from 1983. Second one was Noel Callahan's. Third one, I've got put the clock away now, but the last two arrived about 10 minutes ago, with a couple of minutes apart. So, but yeah, the first one was actually 20 minutes ahead. Something like that, 20 minutes ahead of my first bird, my second place bird. So, you know, we'll see if it's come anywhere in the gold ring race. I don't know how much money's on the line, but we won 150 quid last year with the third place bird. So, and there were only 66 that actually made it to today's race from all the birds all the rings that were sold or registered, should I say? I'm not sure how many. I think there was over 300. And only 66 went. So, yeah, we've got a good chance.
The following day was another Federation race from Darlington, and honestly I thought the birds had got lost.
Head rush.
Even the dropper pigeon fell asleep waiting.
Here we go. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. First one back. 1909. You took your time. Right, so just got back from the club, and the less we say about that race, the better. Still two birds missing, but the rest of them are back. But yeah, not great result. Way behind, absolutely way behind. Well, disaster. Really annoyed. I made a bit of well, I didn't really make a mistake, but this weekend coming is the Futurity race for the NRCC and NNRA, and after the race at Darlington I thought, because it was only a 96-mile race, I thought, right, I'll take the birds for one more training toss before this weekend's race, and took them, and the only bird that hasn't come back is an NRCC Futurity bird. All of the others made it back except for that one, and it was like 30 miles, that chuck. I'm so annoyed, and every time a bird flies over now I'm like, oh, there it is. So I've just halved our chances for this weekend, which is, it's just, we started off the season with 3 NRCC birds, and we lost one early doors, and then we've had these 2, and they looked fine. I checked them over, looked fine. I mean, if it can't make it from 30 miles, it's not going to make it from 200 at the weekend, is it? But, oh God, just... Anyway, at least we won the gold ring race at the weekend, so that's one minor positive, I guess. But so there we are. We've got one bird for the NNRA. I think first prize for that, if you that we could win, is £5,000, and one bird for the NRCC. First prize for that one is £5,000. But I mean, you're highly unlikely to get first prize anyway. But less likely when you've only got one bird. God. So hopefully, anyway, it's been gone for 5 hours now. Hopefully it will make it back. It might have just got mixed up with some others, but I think most people are done training now. Beautiful day. There were a few clouds around, hardly any wind. It should have made it back. All the others did. They all made it back fine. So, and they didn't come scattered. If they'd been hit by a peregrine, usually they'd come in ones and twos and dribs and drabs, and they're a bit nervous, but they were all fine. They all came back fine. So I've no idea what's happened there. 10 to 9. And it's dark. And the moon's out. Well, the outside light's on, but it doesn't look like it's coming back. Yeah, damn it.